Why is strength training so important for people as we age? Well, number one, you're losing 1 to 2% of your muscle mass every single year, really 30 on, but as you get older, that accelerates. And so by losing muscle mass at that pace, you're losing between 6 and 10 pounds of muscle mass every decade. So when you think about that, if you want to be able to carry your grandchild up the stairs, or you want to be able to travel and put your luggage in an overhead bin, you have to retain the muscle that you have. So we're going to show you a really simple way to get started with strength training. Super easy. You only need to do 4 exercises. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 times a week to get this kick started. We're going to show you what those are, and we're even going to let you pick and do it consistently twice a week, and you will be all set. So let's get started. We're going to talk about different exercises. The first 3 are what are considered upper body push exercises. So you want to choose one of these 3 exercises you're going to see. The first one is an overhead press, and you can do this seated on either a bench, or as you can see, I am seated on a Bosu ball, somewhere where you likely have stability. So if you are less experienced at doing this, the ball is going to be less stable. You want to use the ball if you've got a little bit more experience already. If you haven't, find something more secure like an actual bench. So to start with, what you're going to do is you're going to find some fairly lower to medium weight weights, and you're going to obviously secure your hands around them and then lift them so that your arms are parallel to the floor, and literally push up. And the goal here is to do 10 repetitions, and you're going to do 10 repetitions 3 times. The next push option that you have, and I guarantee this is not going to be the top choice for everybody, but push-ups are phenomenal for upper body strength. And so you definitely might want to think about working your way up on this one. The best way to do that is to really start with push-ups on your knees. That's going to put a lot less pressure on your upper body, and then work yourself all the way up to when you can do them fully extended with your feet out. But to start on your knees, you basically want to have your chest in alignment with your hands, and you're going to just slowly lower yourself to the floor and push back up. The goal is to do 10 of those, and you're going to do 3 sets of that. And again, you're going to do that twice a week, so 3 sets of 10 push-ups. The other option that's more advanced is to put your feet out and do an actual full push-up. So you're in plank format. You want to be careful your butt's not too low, it's not too high. You want that to be right level. So you're going to hold your core in, and you're going to lower yourself to the ground. You want to be careful not to let your elbows go out too much, which mine kind of probably do a little bit too much right now, but basically keeping them in towards your body. Third push upper body exercise is to do chest presses. So these are going to work your pec muscles and give you some definition there and give you some strength in your chest. So they're chest presses. What you're going to do is you're going to find a medium weight, and you're going to lower yourself so that you're laying back on a bench, most typically on a bench, something that's going to give you some good stability. And you can either put your feet up, or they prefer you keep them on the ground. And then you're going to hold your weights so that they're parallel with your chest, just slightly above your chest, and you're just going to push up and come back down. But you're not going to come all the way down. You don't want to hyperextend your arms and your chest. You want to kind of stay about 4 to 6 inches above your chest and press up, back down, press up, back down. And those are your upper body push options. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about upper body pull exercises. You're going to see 3 different exercises, and you need to choose one of those exercises to put into your 4-pack of strength training that you're going to do every week. The first one is called a bent over row. And essentially what you're going to do is you got your trusty bench. You're going to put one knee on that bench, and the other one's going to be on the floor, and you're going to bend over and really stabilize yourself with your opposite hand that you're not holding the weight in. And you've got a weight that's going to be moderate weight again, so not something that's super easy for you. Extend all the way down and pull up, down, up, pull down and up. And that, again, you should be feeling right back here. So when you have that sort of chicken flappy arm going on, this is what's going to work out for you. Okay, the number 2 exercise for your upper body pull is your lat pull down. So you basically have to have a machine. You got to probably be in a gym for this one. But essentially what you want to do is you want to work your deltoids and your lats back here in your in your back. So when you're wearing those strapless dresses, you got a little bit of muscle going on there. So what you're going to do is you're going to reach up and be about shoulder width apart and try about a medium weight. So I don't know, anywhere from 40, 50 to 60 pounds. And then you're going to sit down on the bench and secure your knees so that you've got some pull from your knees. But essentially pull that lap bar down to chest level. Let it go up more slowly. Pull down quickly again. Release it more slowly. And you're going to do, again, 3 sets of 10. My favorite of the upper body pull exercises are pull-ups. So if you're in a gym, they have gravitron machines, which are fantastic because they let you start with more weight that supports your pull-up, and then you can start dropping the weight so that eventually you can get to a point where you don't have any weight and you're doing kind of an unassisted pull-up. That's a really pretty challenging thing to start with. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with an assisted pull-up. And so what we've got here is, because we don't have a gravitron machine, is we're going to use a band to give us a little bit of a help in this pull-up. But essentially what you're going to want to do is put your leg through a strap, and I'm guessing most of you will be in the gym and you'll have a gravitron. But essentially what you want to do is make sure you let your body hang all the way down as far as it can go, and then you pull up. So as you'll see, like all the way down and then pull up to the bar. All the way down, and I'm swinging, so sorry. All and up on the bar. One more time. Okay, now we are moving on to lower body exercises. The first one is squats. Everybody's favorite thing to do, but you know what those do? They tighten up the glute. That's what we're all about here, tighten up those glutes. So the first way to do this, if you have not been doing these, is literally to find a chair and literally do what I call stand up, sit down. So you want to, like you were just going to sit in a chair, sit down, pushing that butt out and stand back up again. So do this 10 times, sort of hinging at this hip area, keeping some of that weight forward. And then the next iteration of that is called a suitcase squat. And you'll see why. It's basically using weights. So we're going to pick up weights. And again, you're going to hold those evenly distributed on either side of you. And again, you're going to squat down, keeping those legs parallel to the ground and pushing up. So I don't want to see anybody moving forward. You're going to hurt your back if you bend forward. You want to keep that back straight and just squat down and use your glutes and your quads to push yourself up. The second exercise we're going to do for lower body push is going to be step-ups. These are my favorite things in the whole world because they really work on stability, they work on leg strength, and there's nobody that's not going to benefit from that. So we're going to start with a very basic step, which is just about a 12-inch step here. So everybody's got that in their house. The first thing you're going to do is put your full foot on the step and then step up using that leg. So I don't want anybody pushing off with the leg that's on the ground. You want to use the strength of that leg on the box to lift yourself up. The second iteration, once you've graduated from that, is to put make the step a little higher. So we're going to go up to, maybe 18 inches. Again, it's going to be a little bit harder. Make sure that that heel and that foot is all the way on the bench. And again, lifting yourself up using the strength of that leg on the box, okay? So again, lifting up. And then the third iteration, which is the hard one, is picking up some weights. So start with some medium weights, which I would not say these are. I've got about 30 pounds, but normally maybe start with 5 to 10 pounds. And again, step up, down, up as controlled as you can, down. 3 sets of 10, 2 times a week. The last series of exercises you have to choose from are the lower body pulls. And so the first thing we're going to do is an actual deadlift. And that's where you're really going to be working your lower back muscles and your hamstrings. You can do this with a full bar. You can do this with separate individual dumbbells, which I have here. But essentially what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to bend over at the hip, keeping your back straight. So don't round your back. You want to keep the back straight and even keep your chin up. You could look at yourself in the mirror, see how pretty you look today. Reach down, touch the dumbbells, pick them up, and stand back up again. And then repeat that same process, keeping that chin up, keeping that butt out, and the back straight. And you should feel that in your hamstrings and in your lower back. For your lower body pull, the last exercise we'll show you is actually kind of a seated row. I think that the myth would be that this is only an upper body exercise, because this really is like a rowing machine where it's going to work your hamstrings, your quads, your glutes, and your lower back. So that's what we're working on here, is a pull sort of on these muscles in your lower body. So you're going to grab your handles or bar, whatever you have there, and you're basically going to use those legs to pull back. So you're really using more of your back muscles and your glute muscles than your actual arms in this exercise. So again, you're going to row as if you're on a rowing machine. You're going to do 3 sets of 10, and we want to see that 2 times a week. Thank you.